The International Ford Report is one of 3 comparative reports produced at the level of Ford Fields, the OECD classification of fields of research and development. Each Ford report covers outputs in journals with an article influence score, which belong to corresponding Web of Science categories, according to the mapping used by the Czech government. For more details about the structure of Ford fields and their mapping to WOS categories, see Appendix 2. Similarly to the C-Uni unit and field reports, different types of Ford reports are visually distinguished by the color of the page header. The type of report, International Ford, is also stated in the title. It is followed by the name of the Ford field, Biological Sciences, covered in the report. Additionally, the number in brackets states the total count of journals indexed in the journal citation reports that, according to the mapping, belong to biological sciences. The whole title serves as a clickable hyperlink leading to Appendix 2, Mapping of Ford Fields. Because there are 3 comparative reports that cover a Ford field, biological sciences, they are interlinked through the clickable buttons in the footer of report, leading to national, internal, and international Ford reports. The International Ford Report benchmarks bibliometric indicators based on the publication data retrieved from the Web of Science Core Collection database for Charles University and 6 foreign institutions selected by the Research Evaluation Board: the University of Heidelberg, the University of Warsaw, the University of Copenhagen, the University of Milan, the University of Vienna, and KU Leuven. The report begins with 2 graphs depicting the number of authors affiliated with each institution, whose major share of co-authored output, produced during the reference period, was in biological sciences. A share of output is considered major if it is larger than 30%, or is the largest, in Figure 1a, and only if it is the largest, in Figure 1b. The following 6 graphs represent 3 different counts of scientific outputs, expressed as numbers and shares, across quartiles and the top decile of journal rankings. The darker shade of color on the graphs corresponds to a greater scientific importance of journals. For more details about journal rankings, see Appendix 3. Figures 2a and 2b depict outputs in terms of absolute counts, that is, each output is always counted as one, irrespective of the number of its co-authors and their affiliations. Figure 3a and 3b depict outputs in terms of fractional counts, that is, each output is counted as a fraction of 1, depending on the share of its co-authors affiliated with a given university, and their external affiliations. In Figures 4a and 4b, each output is counted as 1, only if the corresponding author is affiliated with a given university. On page B, Figures 5a and 5b show statistics on the number of times that scientific outputs, produced by universities during the reference period, have been cited in the literature. As of the date the data were retrieved from the Web of Science Core Collection. Figure 5a shows the average number of citations received by outputs in the top and bottom half of journal rankings, distinguished by the different shades of color on the graph. Figure 5b is similar to a previous graph. However, as opposed to Figure 5a, it depicts citation counts in relative, rather than absolute terms. For each year in the reference period, the average number of citations received by a given university is divided by the average number of citations received by all 7 universities. The year-specific ratios are then averaged for each university and presented on the graph, separately for outputs in the top and bottom half of journal ranking. Table 1. Number of outputs in top field journals, that is journals in the top decile, according to their article influence score. The journals are listed in decreasing order by their article influence score. Numbers for a given university are shown in blue. If the ratio of fractional to absolute counts of outputs falls under the average across all 7 universities. To return back to specific sections of this video, see the list of quick links in the description text below. You can also find there a list of quick links to all 7 videos.